Everybody, we are back with another Scraplift Crafternoon, and this time we are scraplifting the wonderful Tara. And this is an older layout of hers, and I absolutely love it. I'm going to be using the left side of the screen, so just the one side of it to make a layout. I've got a couple pictures of John from Gen Con at the Gnome Hollow exhibit, and I'm using a combination, mainly Chamel's Reasons to Smile. So I will put you on fast forward and we will see how this comes together. So this one was very quick for me. I really liked the big blocks of paper. I love paper. I think it's super fun. Also, I am in love with the florals. So I've been looking for a place to use this peachy floral for a while, and it's in the Reasons to Smile collection, and it is kind of an odd color in this collection. In other words, a lot of the collection's bold and bright, but this is this beautiful peach with white and kind of light blue leaves. And it was super cool. So I used that on top of, and what you can't tell because my lighting's kind of bad, is that is a peachy check or grid also from the Reasons to Smile. So I've been looking for a reason to use this paper, and then I wanted to use another small floral, basically because her collection or her page is two, and I'm going to call them vintage florals. Now, these are not vintage florals that I'm using, but I think they have the same feel. And they went really well with the idea that I have this Gnome Hollow exhibit. It's a balloon exhibit made out of really vibrant colors, but it also had that brown wall and the greens, and it was florals. So I thought it went really well with this paper. So for me, this was just the perfect way to scrap lift this layout. So I am going to put down the I said fabric. It looks like fabric to me. This peach paper, and then I'm going to put down the teal paper, and basically this was 90% of the page, the two blocks of colors. So just to give you an idea of what I did, the first paper I cut to 10 inches. So I have an inch on either side, and that's long. And then I left a 1.5 inch border on either side. So it was basically 9 wide by 10 high. And the next one is 11 wide by 6 high. So if you're looking for just some measurements I really believe when you scrap lift, you don't have to be exact, but I know some people really enjoy having the paper measurements. So that is what this one is. So 6 by 11 and then 9 by 10. So those are the two different papers I used. Now I used the peach floral, so it's not the Severance. Boy, I'm in fabric world today. Severance. No, the edge, the strip, the something strip. Come on, you guys know. If you're watching this and you're yelling it out at me, you're saying, this is what it is, Jessica. It's the marketing strip, okay. Anyway, title strip, the paper strip. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. I used the peach one. That was right there. And it's going to come to me, and I'm going to just tell you that I'm going to put it probably in text, and I'm going to say, hey, this is what I meant. Oh, wow. I use that to kind of add a little bit more peach to the teal paper. And then if you'll notice in her layout, she has sewn around the paper to give it kind of an edge. And I just didn't feel like sewing on this. I didn't feel like it was a time to get my sewing machine out. I probably would have had to change the thread color. So I just took a black pen and I edged it with a black pen. I just kind of doodled on it. I don't do this enough, and it really does add just a little bit to your paper. Now, if you had stitching stamps, like stamps that do stitching, you could do that. But anyway, I think that would be a lot. So in the Reasons to Smile, none of the words really called to me, but I do have Bold and Bright stickers. I don't have the whole Vicky Booten Bold and Bright collection. I just have the sticker sheet, and I thought Bold and Bright went really well. So I'm going to use the stickers from Reasons to Smile, and it might even be part main character energy. I'm going to use the gold stickers and some of those stickers, but I am using the title Bold and Bright. So overall, this was a super easy page. Putting the butterflies there. There's nothing that says gnomes like gold butterflies. I really thought I had some gnomes left over somewhere, and the only gnomes I have right now are St. Patrick's Day gnomes. So I've got to find some more gnomes. I have Christmas gnomes and St. Patrick's Day gnomes. I don't have any just generic gnomes. Used to have a whole collection of gnomes, but now I think I've used most of them. So I will be looking for the next collection of gnomes. I'm still a gnome person. I know not everybody has stayed with the gnome stuff, but I have loved it. I'm going to get the paper pieces out from Reasons to Smile and go through them. I wanted to do something like her doily up there in the upper left corner, but there wasn't anything that really called to me, and the plants aren't calling to me, and I just couldn't find anything that this floral doesn't fit. And that's what I'm saying in the Reasons to Smile, the florals that are in the ephemera and that are in the stickers do not go with this peach paper. They just don't. The peach paper works a lot better with it doesn't really work with this ephemera pack, I don't think, because the pictures, the florals in the ephemera pack are all this bright pink and really, really vivid colors, and the peach just is not that color. So I end up not using a lot of ephemera on this. She doesn't have a lot of ephemera on hers. I really wanted to use this tag somewhere, and I couldn't make it work. I put it on every single place. And instead of putting it somewhere that I'm not 100% happy with, I decide to give up. And I think I'm okay with that. Um, it should have gone there based on where she had a little tag, a banner on hers, but it's okay. I'm going to journal on the white that I put up there. And basically, I'm going to say that John took this picture for me when he was at Gen Con. He also brought me home the Gnome Hollow game, which was like one of the few games that when he went, I knew was going to be displayed at Gen Con that I couldn't get anywhere else. So that was super important to me. I'm going to end with just a few enamel dots, or I'm sorry, Nuvo drops acting as enamel dots, still using Yellow Brick Road, still goes with so many collections that I have, mainly I think because yellow is my favorite color. And with that, I will leave you with a close-up of the page. I'm just flipping the paper to make those dots go down. Hope you've enjoyed this, and I might miss next week's, but I will be back in 2 weeks for sure. Talk to you later.